Have you ever wanted a dessert that just fills your entire home with the coziest, most amazing smell? Well, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to make an absolutely stunning farmhouse honey apple crisp, and we're doing it all in a cast iron skillet. And trust me, it's way easier than it looks.
Okay, let's just take a second and really imagine this. You've got this warm, heavy skillet, it's bubbling with perfectly tender apples, and on top you have this golden, buttery, crispy oat crumble. I mean, come on. This isn't just a dessert, it's a whole vibe. It's rustic, it's a little bit fancy, and it is something you will be so proud to share.
You know, the best part about this recipe is how simple it is. It really just uses good, honest ingredients that you might already have hanging out in your kitchen. We're going to break it down into two main parts. First, that glorious apple filling, and then, of course, that amazing crumble topping.
So, let's start with the heart of the dish, the filling. You'll want about 5 medium apples. I'm a huge fan of Honeycrisp for this because they stay a little firm and don't turn into complete mush when you bake them. A quick tip for precking them, a simple vegetable peeler is your best friend. Just peel them and then slice them up about a 1/4 inch thick so they all cook nice and evenly. Then we'll toss them with some honey, a squeeze of lemon juice, vanilla, a bit of flour to make the sauce thick and luscious, and of course our warm spices, cinnamon and nutmeg.
Now let's talk about the honey for a second, because this is important. We're not using plain old white sugar here. Why? Because honey does so much more than just make things sweet. It has this deep, almost floral flavor, and when it bakes, it caramelizes and creates this rich, complex sauce around the apples that you just can't get with regular sugar. It's a total game changer.
All right, on to my favorite part, the crumble. This is what gives us that perfect texture contrast against the soft apples. We're using rolled oats for that classic hearty chewiness, a little flour to hold it all together, some melted butter because, well, butter makes everything better, a pinch of salt to balance it all out, and a little more honey and cinnamon to tie the flavors together with the filling. It's just perfect.
Okay, we've got all our ingredients prepped and ready to go. Now for the really fun part. We're going to bring this whole beautiful thing to life, and you'll see just how fast it comes together.
First things first, and please don't skip this step, get your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 175 Celsius. Having a properly hot oven right from the start is the key to getting that crumble perfectly golden at the exact same time the apples get all soft and tender.
This step honestly could not be any easier. Just dump your sliced apples and all the other filling ingredients into a big bowl. That splash of lemon juice is really just there to keep the apples from turning brown. And the flour? That's our secret weapon to turn all those juices into a thick, syrupy sauce while it bakes. Just give it all a good mix so every single apple slice is coated, and then pour the whole thing right into your cast iron skillet. And now for the topping. In another bowl, and hey, if you want to just wipe out the apple bowl and reuse it, I won't tell anyone. Combine all those crumble ingredients. I like to use a fork for this part, just kind of mixing and pressing until you get these nice, buttery, crumbly clumps. You're not making a dough here. You want that slightly messy, crumbly texture. That's what gets so good and crispy in the oven. All right, this is it, the big moment. You've got your skillet filled with those gorgeous spiced apples, and you've got your bowl of buttery, delicious crumble. It's time to put it all together. Don't be too fussy about this. The best tools are your hands. Just take that crumble mixture and sprinkle it evenly all over the top of the apples. Make sure you get all the way to the edges. Think of it like a cozy blanket that's going to turn into this irresistible golden brown crust. And just like that, our work is pretty much done. We're handing it off to the oven now. This is where all those simple things we just put together are going to magically transform into a warm, bubbly, golden masterpiece. So pop that skillet into the middle of your preheated oven. You're going to let it bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. And seriously, get ready, because in about 10 minutes, your kitchen is going to start smelling like pure heaven. We're talking baked apples, cinnamon, caramel. It's the ultimate comfort smell. So how do you know when it's absolutely positively perfect? Well, you're looking for 3 things. First, that topping should be a beautiful, deep golden brown. Second, you should see the filling bubbling up around the edges of the skillet. And the final check? Carefully take the tip of a knife and poke an apple slice. If it slides in with basically no resistance, you are good to go. The apples are perfectly tender.
Once you pull it out of the oven, we get to the final, and maybe best, part, serving it. The whole look is just so rustic and impressive, and you barely have to do a thing.
This right here is the beauty of cast iron cooking. Let it cool for just a few minutes, and please be so careful that skillet is incredibly hot, and then you bring the entire thing right to the table. Just make sure you put it on a thick wooden board or a trivet to protect your table. Serving it this way just feels so warm and communal. It's wonderful.
Now you could absolutely just dig in right now and it would be amazing. But if you really want to take it to the next level, a big scoop of cold vanilla ice cream that just melts into the warm apples is, well, it's basically perfection. Fresh whipped cream is also incredible, and if you're feeling a little extra, a final little drizzle of warm honey right over the top is never a bad idea.
See? This is so much more than a recipe, isn't it? It's really an experience. It's about making something warm and memorable from scratch. So I guess the only question left is, when are you going to make it?